Hey everyone, my name's Alex, so welcome back to my channel. So the last couple weeks I've been getting emails asking about how to stop puppy biting. So today I figured to go over some of the tips and tricks that I do with my healers just to give more of a visual aid, because if you're like me, I like to see it visually and plus it's sometimes hard to explain to people what I'm talking about through emails. A couple things to keep in mind when you do bring home a puppy. I hear a lot of people say like, well, why hasn't it stopped? It's been a week. Or why hasn't it stopped? It's been 2 weeks. Puppy biting can actually last up to a month, if not a couple months. It just depends on the dog's personality. It also depends on how consistent you are with the training. And when it comes to healers, some are way more stubborn than others to stop the biting. So puppies should start to learn what is an acceptable bite and what is a play bite, starting when they're in with their litter mates. That's why they recommend, you don't pick up your puppy until 8 weeks old, so they start learning some of that stuff. So since all my puppies are, oh, I know, I'm bugging her. So since all my puppies are out of the puppy stage, I figured I would get some help with some demonstrations on this and how to train your puppy not to bite.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready. You want me to introduce you?
Okay.
So this is Furgus. Hi, Gypsy. So he is going to help me out today with showing you what to do when your puppy is biting.
Yep.
Yeah.
I am an actor.
He is one of our fur babies that live with us. So.
I am. I'm blue, and I will be playing the role of a blue healer.
Yes. So, hi, Gypsy.
Hello. My time on the camera, go away. Go. 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 It's not about you.
Okay,
Okay.
so if your puppy bites your hand.
Oh, healer time? Hold on. Woof, woof, woof.
I'm not gonna be able to do this. So, alright, so when your puppy bites your hand like that, you don't want him to do it a second time. So the most common way to get them.
Woof.
Oh my god, I'm losing my whole train of thought here.
You can do it.
I can do it. So after they bite you the first time, you want to get them kind of in a sit position. And usually, actually, Gypsy will, you want to like put your hand kind of like on their side and force them to sit down and maybe like count to 3. So give them like a 3-second rule so they get out of the bite mentality, and then take a toy and give them the toy. And then when they bite the toy, you say, yes, good boy, or good girl, So you want to keep being consistent with that. That's one of the most common ways to get a puppy to stop biting you and focus on the toy. Another thing, if your puppy bites you, you can go, ow!
I'm so sorry.
Yes, it's okay, it's okay. Or you can yelp. These are like the 2 most common things to do, is either actually show that you're in distress or like, or say ow, or the toy method. Those are the 2 most common ways people tell you to train your dog to... Are you trying to bite my hand now, or?
No.
No, okay. Yeah, and that's another thing. When you're trying to like get them to focus, exactly that, yeah. So you can always like distract them. If they're so focused on your hand, make sure you get your hand away and like start doing something like that, and then they should bite the toy. Yes. Good boy.
Oh.
This is so hard for me because I can't. Okay, so the next few tricks I'm going to show you are a little bit controversial. I don't know why, because they like work really well for us. They're kind of old school tricks, and I don't suggest you doing it for a dog who's like an adult dog. This is definitely for puppies 8 to 12 weeks. Once the dog's like a year old, I would not suggest doing what I'm about to show you. So if your puppy bites you, bite my finger, yeah. Man, that's a tough grip you got there.
So,
So,
we going old school.
yeah, we going old school. So when you get, hi, do you want to do this? Don't worry, I'll have you help me with the next part. So if your hand is in your puppy's mouth, if your finger's here, you kind of see she's like, no, I don't like this. You can actually get your thumb or your finger and press down, and they do that. It's not painful, it's like a discomfort thing. Like they're like, well, she just stopped me from biting. You just want to put like light pressure. Furgus, you want to help me out and with the doggy drill hand?
Oh.
So what if your hand is in your puppy's mouth, so it's a slight push up on the roof of the mouth.
That's weird.
Yeah, I know. Or you get your thumb down on their tongue and just slightly push down. And they do that kind of reaction. Yes.
That's just bad.
But is it painful?
No.
It's just uncomfortable?
Yeah, you want my hand in your mouth?
No, I don't know where it's been. So.
Sure.
Another thing you can do is when your puppy does have your hand, is to try to turn your hand into a fist and push the mouth open like that. And I know that looks really bad, but you're not doing it. Don't do it like super forcefully. You want to apply like light pressure. She's distracting us now with the toy. So, but those are like old school methods, but you know, and we've done all these methods with our dogs, whether it's, you know, the hand methods or just like the first toy I showed you with the toy or just yelping.
Give me that toy.
Hi. No, the toy's gone now. Is that all I needed you for, was just the hand things?
Maybe do you have coffee?
Maybe. I do have coffee in the other room. Another thing we also have done is if they bite, we grab their snoot and say no bite. Now some dogs will react badly to this, but it's another controversial method. I'm not sure why any of these are very controversial because you're not hurting the dog. These are just old school like tricks people do for puppies to get them to stop because it's discomfort. It's uncomfortable. I keep saying discomfortable, which is not a word. But you know, eventually all that time that you've spent like getting them used to your hands not being an evil thing, you know, when they're older, you can check their teeth, you can, you know, open their mouth if you need to, all kinds of stuff. Yeah. Gypsy, I think you're jealous of Furgus getting the attention right now. I think that's why you're being so, what's the word, Furgus?
Jealous?
No, cooperative. That's, yeah. Or why she's wanting to do this, because earlier, yeah. Jealous, but yes. Are you jelly? You're like, Mommy, don't stick your fingers in my mouth. But yeah. See, I'm not afraid to just, yeah. They're going to do something like that. Like, it's not painful. It's just like, get your hand out of my mouth, lady, you know? I mean, but it stops your puppy biting pretty quickly because they don't like the way it feels. You're stopping them from doing what they want to do, which is chomp down. Ain't that right?
Yep.
Little chomper.
Oh.
So, it's okay, Gypsy.
Rough.
I'm sorry.
Rough.
Well, thank you for your help, Furgus.
You're welcome. And that's scene. Goodbye.
Bye, Furgus. So if you're not comfortable doing those methods, definitely go with the first two I mentioned. Like I said, they're just old school tricks. I've seen trainers do that. I've seen breeders do it. There is also another method to where you can keep a leash on your puppy. So if the puppy is lunging and biting at the face, you can pull the puppy down and put him. I always suggest putting in sit position because that is just, it's one of the first things they always learn. So once they're in that sit position, you know, count to 3, like use the 3-second rule, you know, 1, 2, 3, and then try to redirect what you want them to do, like whether it's go after the toy and not your face or your hands or your feet or anything like that. You poor girl. She's like, I already went through all that training and Mom shoved her finger in my mouth again. But even with the leash method, you have to be careful because you don't want your puppy getting tangled. You have to watch the puppy if you're going to do the leash method. You can also do it to where if the puppy, I've seen people do this where, you know, the puppy's biting your hand. So you distract it with your other hand that has food in it and then the puppy goes to that hand. But I almost feel like that can be a setup for disaster. Kind of like the dog or you might misdirect the signal of what is the proper bite and what is not type thing. But there is that option too. But like I said, the first two methods are the most popular. Just, you know, redirect that bite and yelp, you know, scream ow, pretend you're crying, you know, whatever type thing. If you're not comfortable with doing the old school methods, don't do them. Puppies' teeth are razor sharp and they can bite hard sometimes, so you want to be careful if you're going to do that method. But if they do really have your hand, like they're chomped on it, just a slight pressure push up type thing. I wish I would have recorded it when we did it with our girls.
Hi, Clea. What are you doing? Oh, you're gonna shoot? No, we don't bite. No bite. No bite. Thank you. Good girl. Good girl. floppy ears.
Actually, Gypsy barely got anything, like any hand in her mouth type thing. Clea, though, she really grabbed one of my friend's hands when she was about 4 months old. And my friend, like me, like just, yeah, she made her hand into a fist and kind of put it in the corner of her mouth to open the mouth. And Clea never did it again. She was like, She's like, I don't like the way that feels. So, but this is just what we've done. So hopefully these help you guys out. And be safe no matter what you do. And remember, don't do it to older dogs. So older dogs is another whole different thing when you try to train biting out of them. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you to Furgus for helping with the biting. And remember to click all the buttons and the bell icon. And I'll see you next time. Bye. There you go. You can have it back. You did good. Yes, you did good. Thief. She's a thief.